Hey guys, Buffy Gamebad today bringing you a video. Today we are going over all of the weapons from Arena Breakout Infinite here on PC. So we're going to look at a few things here today. Shout out to Crash as well as this Justin for getting me this footage. I did get accepted in the beta, but unfortunately I am dealing with a old PC which will not run the game. So Crash was kind enough to give me some weapon footage here, and so was Justin. So we're going to go ahead and run through this, all the weapons here in the game, then we'll look at some gun modding, which you can see here. So this video that Crash was kind enough to take for me, we're going to go through all the weapons in the game, then we'll look at some of the modding options. So going ahead here, first off, we have, let me go ahead and back up, we have an AKM. So the AKM, here you can see, is chambered in, go ahead and just pause that quick. The AKM is chambered in 7.62 by 39 millimeters. So this is going to be highly customizable. You can see the recoil stats, everything there right off the bat that you get. 600 rounds per minute. Firepower is medium and semi to full firing mode. Different options, and comparatively, right there, it's comparing the M4 to the AKM. But the AKM, again, this is going to be you'll be able to highly customize this into a lot of different really nice modernized builds with rail dust covers, things like that, which we'll look at. So going forward here, we have the M4A1 carbine, and again, the gunsmithing is going to be huge with this. So the M4A1 5.56x45 NATO, 800 rounds per minute with firepower being high. It's going to be a smaller bullet than the AKM, but it will output rounds faster. So the M4A1, the FAL or the DSA 58 essentially here. Again, this is a battle rifle chambered in 7.62 by 51 millimeters, so firepower will be medium. Rate of fire is 630 rounds per minute, and that's semi to full also. So this is a battle rifle. I'm not sure what the firepower is supposed to mean as far as maybe its output of rounds related to the round per minute, because this is the largest bullet or round we've seen thus far. This is 2x51. This is a battle rifle, so that's pretty cool. This one here, the AK-102 assault rifle, this is the AK-100 series chambered in 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO, 600 rounds per minute, semi to full. You can see the recoil stats here. It's just a typical 100 series, however, it's chambered in NATO cartridge. So this is the equivalent to the AK-105, just in 5.56. Here we have the AK-74N. So the 74N, you can see, is going to be an AK-74 with a dovetail mount here on the side. You also have, and again, stamp receiver. You have the riveted dust cover there. This is 5.45 by 39 millimeter. So this is essentially the bigger brother almost to the 105. However, it is a predecessor, longer barreled version of the 105 essentially. So the AK-74 N here, and again, all the AKs so far 600 rounds per minute. Medium fire rate here, but the 5.45 by 39 millimeter for the AK-74M. We're going to go the AKS-74U, the same cartridge, 5.45. It's going to be 500 rounds per minute. Next up, we have the F2000. So this is great to see the F2000 here. Again, this is another NATO 5.56 by 45 millimeter. This is 860 rounds per minute. They have the correct optic, everything there, so the gun model looks beautiful for the F2000. Next up, the Ace 31. So this is the Ace chambered in 7.62 by 39 millimeter, the same cartridge as the AKM. So this is essentially supposed to be, this weapon platform is supposed to be the Israelis try to basically modernize an AKM is what they did here. 650 rounds per minute, semi to full, so it's going to be a more modular version of the AKM essentially. Here you have the AEK. However, this is the AEK instead of 5.45 by 39. It's 7.62 by 39 is what it's saying, and it has the correct magazine for a 7.62 by 39. So the rate of fire, 800 rounds per minute. That's probably going to be a pretty beastly rifle. Here we have the Type 95 Chinese bullpup firing the 5.8 cartridge. Moving on to the SMGs, you have the Micro MP5, SIG MPX, the FNP 90, the Uzi, you have a UMP 45, the M3A1 grease gun, the T85, micro SMG. So they're calling a lot of these micros, but at least they're giving them the right names. Marksman rifles, SVDS. So our buddy Kaz would be very happy with this. 7.62x54R. Really nice marksman rifle here with the SVD. Modernized version. Here we have the VSS firing that 9x39mm subsonic round. 850 rounds per minute. This is going to be semi and full. So this is great because you can kit this as either an assault rifle or essentially like a PDW or a marksman rifle. So this is going to be, I think, a really great weapon. You can see it comes with the integral suppressor. Noise suppression here is low. So the VSS Ventura is going to be a great gun. You can easily convert that to an AS Val. The Mosin Nagant, you're going to be able to one-tap like crazy with that. If you're a Tarkov player, you know. TJ-16, firing the 338. Here's the M24 sniper rifle, 7.62x51. So this is an iconic rifle, M24 bolt action. This will be a great weapon for sure. Definitely very heavily customizable. Right now, the only light machine gun is the RPK-16. So this is essentially an AK-12 bigger brother LMG variant. This is a light machine gun firing the 5.45 by 39mm. It's magazine fed. Here we have, I believe, what is the 100-round drum or a 75-round drum for this one. 750 rounds per minute. Firepower is high. This is going to be a good one. Definitely a favorite LMG of mine. Hopefully they'll be adding more in the future for LMG category. Shotguns, we have the Model 870. That's a standard shotgun. We've seen that. The MP133, again, these are ones we see in a lot of games. Next up, we have the Saiga 12, semi-automatic. And then we have the SPR 310. This is that double-barrel shotgun. So that thing's going to be a beast. Here we have carbines, or carbines, depending on which side of the pond you're on. We have the SA85. So this is going to be essentially, this is just an AKM variant, firing 7.62x39mm, just in semi-automatic. Then you have the SKS, which again, you can customize this and make it into a modern, like Tapco SKS, anything like that. Mini 14, pretty interesting weapon. Not a big fan of it personally, but it'd be cool. You have an M9 for pistols here, M9, Glock 18C with 1,000 rounds per minute, 9x19. Desert Eagle firing that 44 Action Express. The T54 Russian pistol, 72x25. MP9 Micro SMG. I'm not too familiar with that one, but that should be interesting. Golden Desert Eagle. And then you have the T5. So it's going to be the 9x19 revolver. So those are all of the weapons. Go ahead and just back out here and we'll look at the AKM customization so you guys can see this. So there's over 500 attachment options, they said. So you can see here, this is very similar to what you're going to see in the mobile version of Arena Breakout. Very similar if you've played Escape from Tarkov, very similar to that. And it's also going to be very similar to what you're going to see in Delta Force. So here you can customize every aspect of the weapon. Swap out the handguard there. We were able to put a muzzle device, threaded muzzle device on, and then attach a suppressor. Here you see Crash putting on the rail dust cover. Then you can choose whatever optic you can. There we have an L-can, and you can use that top-mounted irons on the L-can, which is really nice. Different buttstock options. You can put on different adapters for those also. So the attachments that you're seeing are not all the attachments. There's a lot of attachments that you need to select the adapter, and then you unlock more attachment options for that. So really nice. He's building pretty much a modernized version of an AKM, and you would essentially end up calling this a 103 at the end of the day. Put on a drum mag there of a 60-round drum mag, I believe is what that one's going to be. Then you can select what side rail you want the laser attachment on, or your light attachment. And that's it. You already have an RK1 charging handle on there, which is really cool at base. So the attention to detail here and the customization is really amazing. Now, really quick, I wanted to back out and look at Justin's videos that he was doing today. So here he's going to customize an RPK 16, just so you guys can see some of the customization with the RPK. We go ahead and just put the volume up slightly. So he's going to just build up RPK. And we'll go into, I'm going to do a separate video on just customization, but you can just so you get a sense of what's going on here. Different handguard options. Again, now the different handguard options are also going to depend on what you do with the gas blocks, things like that. So a lot of the attachments that you see on the initial drop downs are not all the attachments available. You'll need to sometimes add or remove parts to open up additional attachments there. So the customization on this game is very similar to Tarkov. You're going to see the exact same thing with Delta Force Hawk Ops when that comes out as well. And then you can see you have like compact BTMs, compact tops. That's to mount different optics on top. So here he's going to put on I believe it's a thermal or an infrared optic, which just looks awesome. And I think he's going to take this. There is a firing range, so you can go ahead and play with all these and test them, which I'm just very jealous because I'd be having a field day right now if I could run this. But again, you have different muzzle brakes, compensators, and you can put on different muzzle thread attachments, flash hiders, and attach different suppressors, things like that. So that's a really nice RPK 16 build. Throw a laser on there. He's got a blue laser on top. It just looks crazy. I love the customization. You can typically select what rail you want things on, and you can see there for some of the sides where it may not have a rail, it would be M-lock. You can put a pick rail on that M-lock and then add an attachment or a laser to it, which is what he just did right there. He put a pick rail on the right-hand side and then added the PEC 15 to the right-hand rail that he put on. So that's the level of customization we're getting here. I think also just outright, the weapon names are all correct. The real-life names, the models are all pretty spot on. So it just begs me to wonder what Call of Duty is doing that they're having these goofy names and not the correct weapon models. But that's a beautiful, beautiful looking RPK 16. You can see you can also save these for your attachment like presets, which is really cool, which he just did. So let's see, he's gonna go in the firing range here. That's a different AKM that he had made previously, which just looks gorgeous. He's got, I believe, a Yeltor handguard on there, which is really nice. And definitely check out Justin. I'll link his videos or his Twitch especially down below in the description, as well as Crash's YouTube and Twitch, so you guys can check that out. So let's see. He's gonna go ahead and get this crazy looking RPK 16, which is just wild. I love it. That is extremely cool. I don't know how practical it is, but wow. Especially with the laser, you can just dump fire. But again, you can see this firing range is just gorgeous, honestly. It seems like every game has a better firing range than Call of Duty, which is just insane. So, and better weapons and customization so far. So this is great. This is like everything I ever wanted. Let me know your thoughts down below on the full weapons. I'll do an additional video going into additional builds that Justin did here, and we'll get some more footage from him. But definitely check him out over on his Twitch. Links are down below, and he's been playing this on his Twitch channel as well, and so is Crash. So I'll go ahead and link those down below. Till next time, Buffner Gaming, Arena Breakout Infinite, all weapons, Buffner Gaming, out.